I'm Matthew, I'm 26 and from the northwest of England. So my route into the MSc was through English literature. I studied that at Glasgow University, and yeah, over the course of the 4 years I guess I found myself increasingly focusing on literary theory and psychoanalytic theory as kind of a toolkit with which to read a subtext, I guess. So I felt increasingly kind of a real affinity for using those conceptual frameworks as a means to kind of understand the actual activity of the text. But equally I found that, unless it's very good, a text doesn't tend to speak back, so hence my route into the MSc, ultimately with a view to pursuing kind of a career working with living subjects that do give that very direct feedback. It was genuinely all really good. The staff are amazing. It's pretty much a who's who of British psychoanalysis in many ways. But I think more than that, it was a real opportunity to kind of grow and reflect and think quite deeply about the internal world and about how we create our picture of reality, and particularly for me, kind of how we project that picture out, that kind of model, that set of expectations out onto the world and filter our experiences through it. Genuinely say if it's a case of wondering whether or not it's worth it, absolutely go for it. It definitely helps if you're willing to look at your own unconscious functioning. I think a lot of the ideas kind of really come to life if you're able to do that. It also helps if you're able to kind of think with people, because a lot of the learning is quite collaborative and quite discussion based. But yeah, if it's a case of wondering whether or not it's going to be worthwhile, I personally would absolutely say it is. I'm currently working for an organisation called Health Diagnostics, and we work alongside kind of local government to support public health programmes and the delivery of public health programmes. So one of my kind of key roles with the organisation has been to develop training resources for health professionals on how to kind of have constructive conversations about lifestyle and behaviour change. And I definitely think that the MSc gave me kind of a much richer understanding and a much broader array of ideas to draw on when I was putting those materials together. I think it's probably a great stepping stone for a clinical training, for kind of postgraduate study, for anything really that is concerned with the study of the mind and mental health. From a personal perspective, it was fascinating. There was never a dull moment. So.